Welcome back to another tutorial. It is Sarah Michaels here. In this video, I'm going to really quickly show you how to purchase your domain name / URL and also give you a couple of my best tips. So whether you're brand new and this is the first time that you've ever purchased a domain, or whether you are or whether you've got a domain and maybe you could pick up a couple nuggets from this training. It should only be a few minutes long, so let's get started. So first of all, if you're brand new, a domain name is the website URL address that you will type into the bar. Okay, so for example, one of my sites is saramichaels.com. Whatever comes before the .com is what is considered my URL or my domain. Okay, so that is what the domain is. Now, there are a couple of different ways to go about purchasing your URL. If you are building a website on a platform, so for example, if you're watching this tutorial as part of the Become a Website Designer course and you're setting up your site on Wix, if you're not, by the way, the information will be down below this video. So if you're setting up your site via Wix, there is an option to be able to purchase your domain directly through Wix. However, my personal preference and my thoughts are this. And you can, another thing, so see here, another platform that I use for like setting up my sales funnels and stuff is ClickFunnels. I could purchase a domain through ClickFunnels, but I recommend going through an actual domain provider / like a domain host. And there's a reason for that. And there's also a reason that I recommend GoDaddy. Okay, so if you've ever been through any other training, you'll probably see like, Namebright or Bluehost or all this other stuff. The reason that I exclusively recommend GoDaddy is because of their customer support. So some of the things that can happen with a domain is it can, people can try to hijack your domain. This has happened to me. Really, really sucked actually, where they the things that you never knew were possible when you actually enter the online realm, right? So the reason that I use GoDaddy is because of their 24/7 customer support, where you can literally get a hold of someone in the middle of the night if you're ever having a problem. And God forbid, hopefully, if you follow my directions here and instructions, you should keep yourself protected online so that this never happens to you. Oh, yeah, that's my goal. Help you guys like shave off the learning curve and learn from my wins, but also a lot of my mistakes. I've made a lot of expensive mistakes. Like, I hate to admit that, but it's true. So, here's my thought process on this. Why would you purchase a domain from someone who has like multiple different things, right? So like Wix is a great website platform, but they do not specialize in domains. So if you ever have anything that would like go wrong, my theory is just cut out the middleman. Okay, like cut out the middleman. And I prefer to get my services from someone who specializes in that area. It's the same as if I were to go to the doctor. If I'm having a problem with my eyes, I wouldn't go to just a doctor who specialized in the whole body. I would go to an eye doctor, right? Is this making sense? That's the reason why when you're getting a specific service, it's important to go, in my personal experience, see if you can get that service straight from the source, from the people who specialize in it, which is why I recommend GoDaddy. They are 100% dedicated to support for your domains and everything. I actually have someone on my account who periodically, when I was camping, I was like, GoDaddy is calling me. Oh, crap. And I'm like, hello. And he's like, hey, this is Brian from your GoDaddy account. And I'm like, yeah, what happened? And he's like, no, I'm just checking to make sure everything's going okay. I see you have quite a few domains with us. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's totally fine. And he's like, is there anything that could improve your experience? I'm like, no, thank you. Anyways, so there's a little backstory on why I use GoDaddy, and I'm confident in recommending them to you. So when you're purchasing your URL, what you'll do is go to the link. Okay, so if you are inside of one of my courses, click the link in my courses. GoDaddy has partnered with myself and my agency, okay? So we actually have a link that will enable you to get the very best current deal that GoDaddy has to offer. So whether you're in one of my courses or you're accessing GoDaddy from the Business Resource Vault, make sure that you click the link inside of there. That's how you will get the best deal. Okay, that link will take you to GoDaddy. It'll take you to the main page, but it might look a little different because there should be a banner somewhere on there that has their current best deal if you click my link. Okay, now a domain name. When you're purchasing your domain, first of all, you should do, if you watch the other video, it goes a little bit in depth. It's a bonus video on how to find if anyone else has that domain name. Your domain name could be your first and last name if it's a relatively easy name to remember and isn't like some Wisconsin Polish name with like Przybilski or something. Okay, like those are really complicated. Another thing you could do is you could do websitesbysara.com. If your services are websites, you could do this. If you are located near a bigger city, you could do the name of that city. And so like, let's say I'm near Madison. So madisonwebsitedesign.com. I'm going to go into this a little bit later on how to copy websites and how to use different domains like that for different cities and stuff. That's like a next level tactic. So anyways, decide what you want your URL name to be. If you already have a business that is your main like blog or your main services. So for example, I have saramichaels.com. If you're just going to link, if you're inside of my website designer course and you're looking to link only to that website, okay, that like the sales funnel pages, you could just do websitesbysara.com. That will take the person directly to that page. And I'll show you how to link that like funnel website pages to your main site so it can kind of like go back and forth seamlessly. Okay, so type in the domain. You do want to do a quick Google search because you don't want to be infringing on anyone else's online business. So for example, I would go ahead and say websitesbysara.com and see if anything comes up. Okay, so there's nothing here that says websites by Sara. Okay, because you want to make sure that it's not like you're not like ripping someone off, or it's not, number one, you don't want to rip someone off. Number two, if there's already websites by Sara or websites by Nicole, if you purchase this domain, since they're actually already listed on Google, the more people that would be searching for you, they would actually be the ones that would benefit from that traffic because they were there first. Okay, so you want to make sure that there's no one else doing it for a couple reasons. Number one, you don't want to infringe on someone's business. And number two, you don't want to be mistaken for someone else and actually drive traffic to their business instead. So after a little quick search, I'm gonna look for websitesbysara.com, and then I'm gonna look for websites by Sara. So I see sites by Sara, which is different. That's not websites by Sara. Oh, and she only has a 1-star rating, so that's not too great. But the more that I'm looking, the more that I see websites by Sara would be an okay domain name to purchase. Okay, if you're struggling and you're brand new, I don't want you to spend too much time overthinking, like, what do I call it? What should I name it? Like, should I have an agency? Should I have a studio? Your business is going to evolve. The very first thing, this is the biggest mistake that I made. The biggest mistake that I made was thinking that I had to have the name of my agency and studio perfect and all set up before I got started. If you're following the website designer course and you are on the fastest path to profits, i.e. calling in the cash money and just getting that money back in your pocket, which is the goal, I don't want you to overthink this. Keep it super simple. KISS. This is one of the areas where this principle is going to come in handy. You just need to pick a domain. This probably will change in the future. Maybe you're going to start your own website, thing. We just want to get this up there so that you can start getting your services out there and finding clients, building your portfolio, and keep building. But the focus is the profits first, okay? I made that really, really big mistake thinking that I had to have everything perfect, and I didn't. So there's a little mindset bomb dropped into this training, okay? So gold nuggets, yay. All right, so once you do a really quick search, make sure that there's no one else who has it. If there's a website, let's say there's websites by Nicole. Nicole's one of my students. So Nicole, I'm using your name. If there's websites by Nicole, no, I don't see the name of that anywhere. Okay. You could always do sites by Nicole. Not quite as good, because here's what my mentor taught me. He taught me when you're doing things online, and you all, he is a multi-millionaire who's now retired. This is the one that I was talking about. He's the one that taught me these little like tips and tricks to drive site traffic and get found online. And they're evergreen tactics, like meaning even though he taught them 10 years ago, they are not bound to the current algorithms, which is incredible. They're like long-lasting techniques. So when you put into your website your actual domain, when you're able to get the name of your services into the URL, this is a tip you can help your clients with, by the way. If they're looking to build profitable websites that are generating leads and revenue, if you can get the name of your services or whatever it is that you're offering into the domain, the URL, it is going to help your ranking and help you get found online randomly from people on the internet, which is going to build up your online profit. So for example, if you can get websites by Nicole up there, that's what you want to do. Okay, so you want to do that. So now let's go back to GoDaddy and we'll actually go through the whole thing. So I want you to put in whatever domain it is that you're looking for. If it's open, Websites by Sara is available for $4.99. That's awesome. So add to cart. Okay. Continue to cart. All right. All right. Now, here is the part where you can learn from my mistakes. I have now added the ultimate protection and security to my domain. I will be the first person to tell you I am a deal finder. If there's a way to get it for cheaper or free to maximize your return, I will absolutely do that. When I first got started, I thought that this right here was just a gimmick, and so I passed on it. This was couple $1,000 mistake. Because I wasn't willing to pay $15 per year, it ended up costing me thousands of dollars because the domain that I had purchased got hacked and hijacked. So all of the traffic went somewhere else. All of the revenue that had been pointing to this site, it was just entirely gone. I lost my entire brand, and it was a company that was operating overseas, and so I couldn't like go after them legally, and it was a really big long mess. And so I just ended up leaving that business, which had been generating for me over like $1,200 per month, because I lost my domain. So something like so tiny and so simple, it lost everything. And so I always add, for me personally, what this does is this will keep, and it'll tell you if you click on it, it will hide your information, meaning they also can't get the personal email that you use when you purchase your domain. Like here, prevents against accidental domain transfer. It's like accidental domain transfer, come on, or malicious transfer. That's i.e. domain hacking. Protect your domains with automatic malware scans and continuous security monitoring. They do security monitoring. So if there's anything funny, so let me tell you this. If you're wondering, should I get this, or should I actually get this one, and does it really matter? It does matter, because like I said, I've had people call me from GoDaddy when they're like, hey, we're just monitoring your domain here, and I'm just making sure that you were aware of this or this. And either I will say, yes, that is me, or, oh my gosh, no, I think someone's trying to get into my domain, and they will put a stop to it. So if you're wondering whether the additional $5 or whatever is worth it, absolutely. Even if it's not on sale and you have to pay $30, it is still absolutely worth it. Okay. I don't start my website for free, and I say no thanks to the email. Then I want you to continue to the cart and purchase it. Okay, so you're going to have to like purchase your domain. And what you're going to want to do is, let me tell you this. You can choose to only do it for 1 year, which is perfectly fine. If you are a beginner entrepreneur and your main goal right now is producing the most result with what you have, then only sign up for 1 year. Okay. Only sign up for 1 year. If you have a little extra cash in your pocket, you're already making anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 per month, then please, by all means, set your domain for 2 to 5 years out, whatever your ability is. The reason I say that you should do it as like in accordance with your current ability. And then once you purchase your domain, this is very important. Go in and set a reminder in your calendar for 1 year from now. I'm not joking. I want you to set a reminder for like a week previously next year, if that makes sense. So for example, if it's August 7th when you sign up, I want you to set a reminder on August 1st, August 2nd, and August 3rd to renew your domain, or just to make sure that it's renewed and your card is updated. I didn't do this once. Okay, here's another story time. I did not do that. And what happens is you are purchasing this domain from them, but you have to renew it every year. Okay, so it's like, I don't know, it's like $11 or something when you renew it, whatever. Anywhere from like $11 to $20. Very, very minimal in my opinion. I did not keep track of my domain renewal, and I let it like lapse for like a couple days or a week. I had another company go in and purchase my domain. Okay, so originally saramichaels.com was purchased for like $12. I did not renew it, and so another company purchased it and they sold it back to me, and they wanted nearly $7,000 for the domain. So I ended up paying, I got them to settle for less, but I still ended up paying a lot of money for saramichaels.com. because that's my name. I ended up paying a lot of money because I did not have my renewal set. So I always tell people, once you purchase a domain, make sure that you have it on auto renew, or that you remind yourself to renew your domain, because any activity in this next year that you do on your domain, they're going to calculate that out. And so there's other companies that have these like little bots out there essentially that are crawling the internet looking for domains that are about to expire. And if there's a lot of traffic on those domains, they will purchase them out from under you, which is legal, and then they will sell them back to you for a lot more than you originally paid. So make sure that that doesn't happen to you. And now you're aware of that, so you can tell your clients that as well, okay? So once you have purchased your domain, the next thing that we're going to do is move into connecting that domain to your actual Wix account. So this is one of my GoDaddy accounts. Is there anything else you need to do? Let me think. Be aware of what day you purchased your domain. Be aware of, I think that's about it. So just that. There is a bonus video if you want to watch it, if you on how to make sure that there's like how to pick your business name and make sure that it's not trademarked or anything. I will put that down below. Other than that, congratulations, you have just purchased your URL, your domain. Yay! The very next thing we're going to do is we're going to connect your domain to your website, and then we are going to go ahead and set you up for a business email so that you can set up your payment portal, i.e., get started with getting paid. Okay? Does that sound good? Yes? All right. I'm super excited, and I will see you in the next video.